Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Ripple is fighting claims of XRP price manipulation. The SEC hired a guy named Dr. Metz to put together a report, and the report, which is, I believe, over 100 pages, argues that XRP price action is heavily reliant upon the efforts and news announcements specifically of Ripple. So Ripple's the price manipulator, and the reason that the price of XRP moves. This is a completely absurd claim, and I'll get into a couple of the reasons why. But it's pretty bad. Like it's pretty bad. Like, in fact, I'll show you this even at the outset of the video because I found this to be absolutely outrageous. The author, this guy named Dr. Metz, who was paid using taxpayer funds from the SEC to come up with this report, he actually argues that without Ripple, the price of XRP would be about 2 cents. I kid you not. I absolutely kid you not. So there's this report. It was actually published in October of last year, and then Ripple had people create a report which basically found the opposite, which, then this won't surprise you, XRP is actually just following the broader crypto market, and we know that to be true. This is provably the case. It's absolutely 100% provably the case. And so this Dr. Metz, who hired by the SEC, wants to file an additional report, which was created at the end of February this year, and Ripple's pushing back against that for technical reasons. But anyway, I just want to share with you some of the specifics that were cited here. To be clear at the outset, though, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, this guy, it actually says so in the report, he got paid $600 per hour for his compensation per hour, $600 per hour, to put this report together, which was over 100 pages. You can only imagine how many, probably tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, this would have cost the SEC, which means taxpayers. $600 freaking an hour to create a report that is bogus. The conclusions are bogus. Look, I've been in crypto since November of 2017, and there are all sorts of people that would publicly bemoan the fact that despite all these incredible developments and news reports from Ripple specifically, despite all of the positive news which was occurring even during the bear market, it just wasn't doing a damn thing for XRP. Like, there's no shortage of people on social media that would be bringing up these points constantly, and I would typically over the years point out, yes, I understand, but cryptocurrency just moves. It's a nascent asset class. It just moves in tandem. The whole asset class moves in tandem. It's not the case that the asset class is sufficiently matured to be at a point where market participants, retail speculators, would be factoring in to a reasonable degree actual fundamentals and adoption surrounding cryptocurrency. So I would just always say this, like, don't be surprised when there's all this good news, and almost 0% of the time, it affects the price of XRP. In fact, if you go here, this is Ripple's website, ripple.com/insights. Ripple Insights is Ripple's official blog series. And you can just scroll down. There's I don't know when they started publishing these things, but there's like over 5 years worth of announcements. And I'm telling you, like, it's almost nothing but good news. And despite all the good news, the market didn't respond. And so if you take a look at instances, like, you can draw a correlation, which is basically what I think this guy did. You can find days where they happen to have released a good news piece, and then the price happened to have been going up anyway. Yeah, you could do that. And then you can try and make an argument that it's statistically significant. But if you just look at the price action of XRP and Bitcoin, you can see the truth, which is that it's moving in tandem with the rest of the market. If you have eyeballs and half a brain, you can figure this out. But this guy was monetarily incentivized to make up a bogus report. That's what it looks like to me. And so here's a headline from You Today covering this. Ripple moves to strike rebuttal report on XRP price manipulation. Ripple has moved to strike an impermissible rebuttal report written by securities and finance expert Dr. Albert Metz. Metz, who has worked for the U.S. Department of Justice, submitted his original report on October 4th. He conducted an event study in order to determine whether or not Ripple was able to manipulate the price of the XRP token with its announcements. He came to the conclusion that certain news and public statements did influence the token's performance. And so here's the new report, not the one from October. And he's got his background on the screen here. Then there's a section titled Summary of Opinions. Now let me read just part of this. But for the news, this is outrageous, but check this out. But for the news and public statements related to Ripple, to which XRP prices reacted in a statistically significant way, the United States dollar price per XRP token would have rarely exceeded 2 cents. Folks, this guy's literally arguing that XRP, which has been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap for the entirety of its existence, almost a decade now, it would only be 2 cents, which means it would have fallen out of the top 10 by market cap years ago during the last major cycle. If not for Ripple, it would just be about 2 cents, rarely exceeding 2 cents. This guy is actually arguing that. Now, that's offensive on its face. For anybody that's been in the space and following this, you know just how absurd that is. Because what is it today? 79 cents. Okay. So it would be worth 2 cents instead of 79 cents today. Except for Ripple manipulated the market. That's the claim here. How bogus. Is anybody going to fall for this? Is anybody that stupid? Because I'm telling you, if you've got a damn set of eyeballs, you just have one eye. You can look at a chart, and if I don't show you what the chart is, like if it doesn't have a label, if it's Bitcoin or XRP, or pick your altcoin, like you won't know the difference between them. They're that similar. They really are that similar. This is completely ridiculous. It's hard to believe that they're actually arguing this. $600 an hour for this piece of trash. $600. And so Ripple's people, they found what the real truth is, which is simply that what primarily drives the price of XRP? Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's pretty much it. And even this Dr. Metz acknowledges that that's a factor as well. He's just saying that it's primarily Ripple news, which is just ridiculous. So this would be the only cryptocurrency on the planet, if this were true, the only crypto on the planet that responds to news behind some sort of common enterprise. Because there isn't any other coin that does. They all move in tandem. That's why this is so damn offensive here. And so let me share with you, I'm not sure if there's anything else from this I want to highlight. Maybe that's probably sufficient. Let me go now to this. So here's the legal filing that's talking about trying to get this new report thrown out. What page am I on here? I'm on 2. Yeah, here we go. Check this out. I'm starting right about here. Dr. Metz's February 28th report does not correct either his opening or rebuttal reports. In his opening report, submitted on October 4th, 2021, and amended 2 days later, Dr. Metz performed an event study to determine whether specific Ripple announcements affected XRP's price. He concluded that, quote, XRP prices reacted to certain news and public statements about Ripple's actions on a handful of days over an 8-year period. Now pause. I've never argued that it literally never happened, but it's just such a small percentage of the time that it's statistic. It is not significant. It just isn't significant. That's why also anybody that's been in the space, if you've been following this and the developments for Ripple over a span of years, then you know, with all the news that's happened, which is almost exclusively positive, it just hasn't been moving the price of XRP. Like, you know that. You lived it. You experienced it. You saw it was not the case. Endless good news piece after endless good news piece. It just doesn't matter. And so just because there's a correlation when XRP went up on a good news day, it doesn't mean that that was the cause either, just to be clear. So I've never said that it can't. You can't find examples, but it's just so disingenuous to argue that's the primary driver. That's what I'm saying here. Anyway, this continues. And in Dr. Metz's November 12th, 2021 rebuttal report, he responded to the analysis by defendants expert Professor Alan Farrell, who deployed a factor analysis, the appropriate statistical tool to test the SEC's hypothesis that Ripple's efforts were responsible for long-term increases in the price of XRP, to demonstrate that XRP returns are explained by broader movements in cryptocurrency markets. There you go. So Alan Farrell, so this would be Ripple's guy, does not agree with Dr. Metz here, and said, hey, you're using an incorrect statistical model in the first place, and actually XRP price action, it's explained by broader movements in cryptocurrency markets, which is observably, provably the case. It absolutely, unquestionably is. So I don't know. I'm telling you, the SEC, they're going to have a hell of a time proving in court that Ripple's news actually was the primary driver of XRP price, because the facts and circumstances are not on their side. It's just not. So you highlight a few instances where there's some sort of correlation, and then you're stating that that's the primary driver. You're making a claim that isn't even in line with your own findings. It's just it's pretty despicable, is it not? So that's what's being found. But I'll tell you what, this guy made a boatload of money for basically this guy was paid $600 an hour to create FUD against XRP for the SEC. That's what he was paid for. This is real life, folks. This is real life. So I don't feel like I need to read a whole bunch of this. I just want to get the main points across here. So we'll see what the judge finds in terms of whether or not this additional report is going to be accepted by the court. But whether it is or isn't, it only matters to a small degree, I would think anyway, because the facts and circumstances of reality are not in line with what the SEC is arguing in terms of XRP price action. They're going to have a bad time if this is how they're going to proceed. But I'll wrap up here. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.